So I was thinking, since we are pretty close to the Dalton's farm already, we might as well just keep heading this way instead of going all the way back to Far Harbor. And not to mention, it does seem like there's going to be quite a few locations along the way. And so far, it seems like some of these might be kind of cool to check out. Yeah, and already I'm noticing this one has those fog condensers. So I'm wondering if that might mean there's people here. The National Park Visitors Center.
This'll be Ken's residence. Lived here all his life, even after the fog swallowed up the park.
Oh, okay. So apparently there used to be people here. Not so much anymore, though. It's kind of cool. We got some kind of a harpoon gun. But I wonder if that means this place is completely empty, or maybe someone else is taking it over. After all, the fire here is still going. Oh, that's kind of strange. I don't think that's ever happened to us before. So I wonder if that means we're supposed to do something, I guess, in order to unlock it. I'm really not certain about that, but hopefully we'll find out soon.
Nice.
Hope you learned something interesting.
Yeah, me too, Longfellow. Me too. I gotta say, though, aside from that magazine, there really is not much here, is there? I mean, aside from a few parts here and there. Yeah, so I guess we might as well just keep heading down the road for now. Alright, and it looks like the farm should be somewhere in that direction. And I'm pretty sure that trail just leads back to the hotel. So we'll just continue heading down this way. Alright, is there anything here? Some grenades. Oh, hello there, big guy.
It's you or me, and it ain't gonna be
Yeah, I did not mean to wake him up. Not sure why he's running away, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad about that. Just seems a bit strange, doesn't it? Unless maybe he's trying to lure us back somewhere. That honestly wouldn't surprise me at this point.
What the hell happened? Now you realize what a mistake you made.
Oh, shit. Yeah, for a second there, it got way too quiet. I knew something was wrong. Although I gotta say, I was not expecting that. Not at all. Oh man, seems like the big guy might be stuck back there. Luckily for us. Yeah, so I'm really not sure if that was planned out or not. Almost seems like he tried to lure us back to the wolves. Could have just been a coincidence, though. Who knows? But yeah, before we keep heading down that way, might as well check this place out. See if it's got anything to offer. Alright, so far so good. Damn. Even in Far Harbor, there's never anything in those stalls.
Time to earn that next trick.
Alright, that should take care of him. And it doesn't seem like there's anything else around here.
Got a chill in my bones that won't come out. Too many nights out sleeping in the fog.
Oh, did we ever check this out? I don't think we did. Seems like just an old shack, but might as well take a look. Yeah, I think up there is that medical area that I'm pretty sure either Captain Avery or one of the guards told us about. But supposedly, the place is full of super mutants. So maybe we ought to head up there sometime in the future. Looks like we have arrived at the farm, though. So hopefully that's a good sign. Oh. And I'm assuming that must be the creature that killed Cassie's granddad. Lucky for us, I'm pretty sure I've got a nice solution. Yeah, apparently this missile launcher does double the damage towards any sort of animal. So hopefully he falls in that category. Alright, so either he doesn't qualify as an animal, or he is really fucking strong.
All right.
Because even a missile did hardly anything to him. Yeah, I'll give Cassie's grandfather props for taking this thing on, but if I were him, I don't think I would have stood my ground like he did. Whoa, what the hell was that? Sounds like Longfellow might have gotten himself in some kind of trouble. Alright, well finally, the beast is down.
Anything good?
Not really. But maybe we'll have better luck searching through these houses. And who knows, there could even be a chance that we might even find Cassie's granddad's body. And maybe some kind of a cool weapon. You never know. Oh yeah, there's another one. And that one said that supposedly we're supposed to clear out the fog. And then this place is all ours. My only guess for doing that would just be to add more fog condensers. But then again, how do we go about putting those in if we can't actually build? But anyways, seeing as this is, well, pretty much complete, I guess we could either head back to Far Harbor, or maybe even check a few other locations out before we get going. And like I said, we pretty much already know what's over at that medical area. So maybe we ought to check this place out first. Then we'll head back. Looks like it might be one of those gulpers. Oh shit. And that would be the big one. Yeah, if you guys remember a long time ago, when Longfellow brought us up on the mountain path to Acadia, we saw the small versions of these guys. And he told us apparently there was a bigger version. Well, I'm guessing this is it. And I really don't see any sense in fighting it head on. I'm thinking we may want to put as much distance between us and it as possible. It's probably easier said than done, though.
Up here.
Oh, we did cripple it. That's good. Alright, finally. Yeah, that was a Gulper Devourer.
You ain't got a hope
You know, seeing them up here, though, does make me a bit curious to figuring out what they might have been guarding. Or maybe there's some kind of a nest up by where they were staying. Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks like we got carried away and went all the way back to the farm. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? But yeah, here's that tree where we first found him.
Damn. Can't remember if I had my bath this week or not.
You know, Longfellow, I think that's something you may want to keep to yourself. No offense. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I had a feeling those weren't just plants. If you guys remember, we saw these things back when we first entered Far Harbor. Although I definitely do not remember him being this big. That's for damn sure.
Choke on your own blood, you bastard.
Alright, now that we've got him killed, should we maybe get back to checking around here? I mean, for the most part, it is pretty much all clear over here, isn't it? Looks like there could be a bit more to check out in this direction, though. And this almost looks like a whole town up here, doesn't it? Yeah, now that we're walking through here, though, kind of got to make sure, yep, that we don't run into any of those.
Here I was thinking this might be a challenge. What, ain't you had enough yet?
Oh, crap. Yeah, I could have sworn he'd already mutated.
Thought this would be easy, did you? Ow, my leg.
It really is crazy how much harder these guys are to kill, though. Because back in the Commonwealth, I mean, we put one round of this thing into a raider and he just explodes.
Why not? Ain't doing them any good.
Now I'm wondering, is there any chance these guys are friendly?
There's someone or something
Oh
else.
no, they're more trappers, aren't they?
You ain't got a hope in hell. Let's count the ammo and see what's left.
Yeah, I gotta say, so far, even though the trappers are,
Come on,
you know, kind of like the raider of Far Harbor, they're actually one of my favorite enemies here. Just because of their backstory.
nice try.
Not sure if you guys remember, but way back when we first met Longfellow, he was talking about how these guys used to be not the best people in the world, but they definitely weren't hostile like this. And then I guess the fog changed them. But I got a feeling that probably wasn't everything here. So we'll check around a bit more, but then it might be a good time to head back to Far Harbor. Wait a second. Oh, that is not good. But But yeah, go ahead and scratch what I said about the trappers being my favorite enemy here. This beast here definitely takes their place, without a doubt. In fact, this has got to be one of the coolest enemies probably in any Fallout game. Yeah, that is awesome. I think that's probably a good point to finish up here, though, and head back to Far Harbor. Should make a nice story to tell, too. Alright, guys, and before we get back to Cassie, I'm thinking we should probably sell a few things first.
You need some firepower?
I'll take a look.
Don't try anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like most of the vendors only have around 400 caps each. So we'll have to kind of divvy up how much we give each guy. But I'm planning on selling most of these legendary weapons. At least the ones we didn't bring along with us. So we got 2, and that adds up to 387. What else do we want to get rid of, though? I mean, maybe the Hunter's missile launcher. Just because that didn't seem to do too much damage, although that could have been just due to the fact that that creature was just a pain in the ass. You never know. Okay, well that's a nice surprise. I guess we can get just about everything sold to this one vendor. So that should do it.
Only Alan's got enough backbone to stand up to the children.
Well, he's not the only one. After all, I'm here too.
Hunter saw flickering lights.
Grandpa
by
George
Eden
can
Meadows.
rest in peace.
All
The fog crawler is dead.
Wonderful. That's another chapter successfully concluded. You truly are the heroic Avenger I hoped you were. With that fog crawler gone, we can send some folks up there to get the place ready for you. That's right. The farm is yours. Your own little piece of the island. It'll take work to get it up and running again, but you'll have help. And here's another 200 caps in gratitude for your service to the great Dalton lineage.
Alright, thanks, Cassie. But I gotta ask, now that we've got another chapter complete, what comes next?
Who else needs to be avenged?
I was just about to explain. No, I don't have to tell you that the bonds of blood and family are strong. As strong as any a person can know. But if you ask me, the strongest among them is the bond that exists between two married people. That's why the last part of this tale is the hardest one for me to tell.
Really? And why's that?
You were married. What happened?
My late husband, Daniel, was the best fisherman this island ever saw. He and his crew had a favorite fishing spot out by Brooks Head Lighthouse. One day, a day I'll never forget. I see Danny's boat pulling up with his crewmen all shouting and carrying on. Turns out some trappers moved into the lighthouse. No doubt because the island told them to. They're all crazier than a bag of mole rats. Their leader was having a little target practice. Shot Danny right between the eyes. Killed him, just like that. You go and get that son of a bitch. You make him pay for doing the island's bidding.
Oh, you better believe I will.
I'll make that trapper pay.
All right then. Remember, trappers may be half crazy from the fog, but they still know how to use a gun.